Hello and welcome to this Hearts of Iron 4 gameplay series. I'm going to play as Poland on Elite difficulty, and I'm going to challenge myself by not joining the Axis, not joining the Comintern, but remaining neutral, create my own alliance in right between the Axis and the Comintern, and try to fight my way out. And yeah, let's go. I'm playing on Elite difficulty, Iron Man is on, not touching the sliders. Let's hop into the game. In this series I don't have a strict plan. I don't have everything planned out. I'm not gonna follow a very specific set of rules. I'm just gonna deal with whatever the game throws at me and try to grow Poland into a big empire spanning most of Eurasia. If I fail, I will also show it to you, but obviously I hope I don't, and I plan not to. Alright, so let's set our research. The plan is to build a lot of industry in the center of Poland, so let's go for construction first. Need to boost my machine tools because the elite penalty hurts so much, so the current factories are not producing a lot. And I'll go for electronic. Pretty standard setup this. I'm going to produce one civilian factory somewhere, and the military factories are going to go produce a small amount of artillery, a small amount of anti-air, bit of support equipment, and the remainder can go onto infantry equipment. I'm going to get rid of the fighter. I will be producing air way forward, but currently I'll be focusing on getting my infantry going. The dockyard can start produce convoys, which I'll need to at some point probably import some equipment from the Allies, who may assist me in my wars against the Soviet Union and Germany. In terms of the army setup, I am going to I've assigned all the units to two armies. One army is going to be mostly cavalry, and the other army is just all the infantry, which has the highest level of experience starting the game. So I can expand these templates without them turning green. And these guys, this army will have Vladislav Anders as commander, and he's going to become a cavalry and panzer leader, hopefully. So he can already sit at the border of Lithuania, which I'll invade at some point. That point is gonna come when the world tension is high enough, so at 10%, and I will have picked my revanchism, and then I can form a war goal on Lithuania, expand, and take the decision. I'm not sure if you can see it. No, you can't see it. To reform the Commonwealth. So for those of you who don't know, you basically get cores on your old Commonwealth. It's as simple as that. And all those cores are going to, if I manage to take them, are going to provide me with a nice bit of manpower, with which you should be able to fight the Soviet Union and later on Germany. Now I have tried a few times to attack Germany first, and you do get backstabbed by the Russians every time. Doesn't matter if we go communist, basically you get backstabbed. The only way to solve it is obviously to enter the Comintern, but I don't want to do that because I want to be Poland and I want to be my own sovereign. Yes, so in terms of national focus, I'm going to strengthen the Polish state, and I will not do that accent anymore. Let me first assign my field marshal. He's going to be the thorough planner guy. He's great. And he will also receive defensive doctrine as soon as I have enough command power. I'm not going to flip over Poland to fascist or communist, which would allow me to attack Lithuania sooner than when you stay neutral. Probably. It kind of depends on Japan declaring on on China. But I don't really mind. It's going to cost a lot of political power to flip over, and I can also go for partial mobilization with my strengthening of the Polish state, and then you can actually build up neutral Poland for quite a bit. And I don't necessarily want to take over all my neighbors. You know, popular idea is to take over Romania. Not going to do that. Maybe I'm just gonna take the Baltics, and maybe just Lithuania. Who knows? I'm going to see how things pan out, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, without further ado, go run time. I'm not going to build the more or less boring infantry combination cavalry units. I am going to make use, hopefully, of all experts, so armor, infantry, and cavalry. And I'm going to combine some cavalry units with armored units, and those are going to be my offensive force. Basically, this army. And other than that, just cheap spam of mass amounts of infantry to hold all the fronts. I can't wait till I have the units. So the manpower is going to come from Polish militarism at first. You'll get an additional 2.5%, which already gives you a sizable pool of men. And I think I will not be able to equip them with a gun until halfway through 39 or something. So only then do I have to think about increasing my conscription. Now the idea behind going for Lithuania is that world tension needs to be at 10%. And the remilitarization of the Rhineland helps. Very nice. So that's 5% there. The Spanish Civil War is going to fire at some point, and Japan, hopefully, is going to go for China. If they do, then world tension will spike and hit 10%, and I should have enough political power banked by then. And I should have taken the Polish revanchism focus, and then I can create a claim on Lithuania. Yes, clear? I hope so. Alright, so with strengthening the Polish state done, I'm going to go for the best focus in the whole tree of Poland. Defensive focus. Gives you a very nice construction boost, allowing me to go to produce military factories relatively soon. And I'm going to spend my political power to go hop onto partial mobilization. So now I should have a very nice amount, a healthy amount of 14 factories producing my civvy. It's Shaun the Sheep. It's Shaun the Sheep. Alright, with mechanical computing done, I am going to start working on light tanks. Yeah. For a small bit. With the first civilian factory done, I'm going to produce military factories. Do note, I may have to cede Danzig to the Germans, so I'm going to produce in this region here. With defensive focus done, I'm going to form a 4-year plan, which allows me to work on construction 2 with great speed. With basic machine tools done, I'm going to move over to improve machine tools, and the research which was going for the tank can go and help concentrated industry. I want to get the industry up and running as soon as I can. With the 4-year plan done, I am going to go for Polish militarism, which allows me to go for revanchism whenever I see Japan hopefully taking hostile action. So not the worst thing has happened, but Japan has gone to support the Kodaha faction, which means they can't get to the Marco Polo Bridge incident. So for the war with China to kick off, the Chinese guys have to be a bit of a nuisance. And let's hope they are so in timely fashion, because else it may take a while before I can go for Lithuania. So whenever a focus finishes, what you normally want to do is check what Japan is going for. But they've done one focus which only takes half the time apparently. And check what Germany is going for. See if they're doing anything aggressive. If they're not doing anything aggressive, you can pick something which helps your research, for instance, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna boost my land doctrine. For my land doctrine, I'm going to stick with the tree you start with, which is Grand Battle Plan. There are not so many cavalry bonuses available throughout all the trees, and the planning bonus is definitely very helpful, which you get through Grand Battle Plan. And it also boosts the infantry quite nicely, and the infantry for me will just be there to hold the line. They get additional entrenchment, they get additional defense, and so they'll probably be great to hold the line. And I'm going to use my planning bonus to move my cavalry in with a bunch of light tanks helping them out. And hopefully that should be enough to walk through Russia. I'll start adjusting my template. The horse cavalry template, I'm going to duplicate it, and they'll have support artillery. Boom. Support artillery gives you the best breakthrough for your buck. That's why I'm going to attach it. These units are there for offense. There may be one benefit for Japan taking it slow, is that they've gone for the Showa restoration, which means they'll form the Empire of Japan. I do hope they will quickly go for the war goal against the Soviet Union. And if they do, we may actually be fighting the Soviet Union at the same time. That would be awesome, obviously. For the next national focus, I'm going to move down towards the research slot in this part of the tree. There are not many focuses which are really great. A few research bonuses which are nice, but the research slot is definitely very, very valuable. So I want to go down there. Probably take a few land doctrine research boosts in the meantime. And I want to go for the Between the Seas concept, which allows me to form my own faction, which is called the Midizmorza. I'm going to look that up for the next episode. See if I can't butcher it. I'm also going to give the infantry unit a little upgrade. They're going to have engineers rather than recon guys. A very small little minor trick you can do, which is very helpful on elite, is that is not picking a national focus for a small bit. You bank the national focus, and it allows your political power to grow by a much faster rate than normally. Then you spend your political power on, let's say, somebody who builds military factories faster, and then you pick your national focus. There we go. You end up on minus 10 political power, which is okay. Now I think that the most likely increase of world tension is going to come from Germany's Anschluss. Unfortunately, that may be until somewhere in 1938. Let's continue building up. Right, improve machine tools done. I could opt to go for one of the excavation. Oh yeah, I forgot to go for my land doctrine. Yes! Well, that was an easy choice. Some point soon I'm going to have to start importing steel, which I'm probably going to do from Japan, if possible. They are my most likely ally, indirect ally, against the Soviet Union. And by now I will probably have enough, yes, I'll have enough equipment to actually start training some more units. I'll just add a bunch of infantry for now. The world is, well, more or less at peace. Some people are fighting in Spain. Other than that, it's a relatively peaceful place. You wouldn't say that there's a huge conflict about to kick off. As we reach, well, the 21st of July 1937, the world is still at peace, and I am going to end this episode. I'm definitely looking forward to getting stuck in fighting this huge land war with the Soviet Union and then with the German Reich. And I hope you guys are too. See you next time.